Hey, good morning, everybody. So we're doing something a little bit different, some gender checking with the IMG Red Dragons. We've had a handful of inquiries, more than a handful of inquiries. So we're going to do this for the people that have been following this litter. We want to make sure we're being transparent. Check this out. I did gender check a few. I actually, wanted to get things rolling before I, started turning the camera on. Okay. So we gender checked 4. All right. And normally I don't do this video gender checking stuff. But this litter is different because I've already had a lot of inquiries about the IMGs before the babies even dropped, and we had a great healthy litter. Thank God. There was like a couple of slugs. I videoed it. I put it on. Okay, so we'll go ahead and update you now. So yes, there was a total of 4 slugs in this litter. There was 2 that were DOA, umbilical tanglements or something like that. They weren't like preemies or nothing. They were fully developed. It just looked like they got flipped around or something. Somersaulted or something coming out. But yeah, 2 didn't make it. Then there was 4 slugs. And then now, so we have 15 total babies. All right, 15 total babies. You're not gonna believe it. The yellow cards right there represent your double heads. So we have 4 double heads without IMG. Those are pretty good odds. Pretty good. Yeah, and I mean those are really good odds. We're really happy about that. I'm a little skeptical. Laying them all out, as you can see right here in this tub. I mean, they look so obvious, Just some are just so much darker than the others. And then you have this one coming across that's obviously much lighter, and then the one right on top of it isn't as dark as the other one, but is still significantly dark. But with these IMGs, they develop. They're all unique. They develop differently. So we're gonna have to watch them. You saw the cards. There's only a few yellows, and then there's some possibles. Let me elaborate a little bit on that. On the 2 babies that were DOA, because they looked good. They didn't go to waste. Said a simple prayer for them, and then they went to the king snakes, part of that circle of life. So it was no big deal. It looked peaceful. It wasn't messed up. I've had some litters, and there was some weird stuff that happened. There was some weird baby development and freaked me out and everything. So when I see the babies are all healthy or a couple don't make it and they doesn't really look that horrific, I'm very pleased. Because there was a couple of DOA, and I'm not exactly sure how to explain it. It wasn't worth taking pictures, but I have pictures of them cleaned off afterwards because I gave them to the king snakes, but and they appreciated it. But just they look like they just look folded up, weird inside their amniotic sacs, and with their umbilicals all wrapped around them, really funny. Like it's just like they developed entangled in their umbilical cord or something. It was just a little weird. But and it was just 2 of them, and those 2 were double heads. They were not IMGs, and I don't know if that has something to do with the odds with these khaki cards versus yellow cards. Because I'm over here thinking it's just too good to be true about the odds. But now when I think about the 2 that didn't make it, that kind of puts things back in a normal count range. Because my instincts say that all the khaki cards are IMG. And just one is just a maybe. So I'm just gonna have to follow that. Uncharted waters, new territory. I've only done 2 other litters that were similar, and it wasn't double het heavy. There was 1 normal double het, and then there was 2 hypo double hets, from those IMG blood litters the previous season. So, I don't have a lot of experience with the double het stuff. So this is nice because, we're using some interesting lineage, some unique stuff. So we're happy about this uniqueness. So, but I mean, you can see right here, like looking at this one, this one's super dark, he's immediately labeled as IMG. He just stands out compared to the rest of them. There's another one right here that's to me is an obvious IMG. When we start moving the camera here to the left, this one lightens up, the one that's over the top, this first tail, and then the one that's right above him or going over him now, and now he's on top. That one looks like it's an IMG. The other one does not. You'll see there's some that are obvious light, but there's not that many. If you walk those out, there's literally only 4. Like those 4 light bodies are connected. And that's the smallest in the litter, like that one right now we're zooming in on. It's like the runt. It's a female, and it's like the runt of the litter. Very cute, very strong looking too. Good instincts. But yeah, and there's an IMG buried right there. And this one with the real nice striped tail, I was hoping that was going to be an IMG, but it doesn't look like it. We'll just have to watch. I'm not sure what kind of side color is going to develop, but I doubt it. But that, that's the stunner right there. Love them. Because I just think that this is too good to be true. I went back in there and I was like, no, we're gonna put some yellows right here. This one's not as obvious as that one, so we're gonna go ahead and add these, and just in case. But it's weird because I honestly believe the ones that I'd marked with the khaki cards are definitely IMGs. I feel 100% about it, but then I'm over here doubting. I'm like, okay, now I'm only 99. And then there's the few that are obviously. I didn't get a lot of, the obvious head crowns and side markings and, the big old, polka dots and, things like that. The darkness on the ones that I believe are IMG, most of the color is just evenly distributed, where there's not just a cluster of a dark pigment that looks like it's going to develop over time. So this is going to be interesting to watch.